Fifth grade, now that you have your buildings printed out from our draft day last week, we need to cut off the sky because we painted our sky a few weeks ago using analogous colors. It's easiest if you can just do a bubble cut. Remember, a bubble cut is just a fast cut around the shape of what you are cutting to get rid of all of the extra paper. So again, it doesn't have to be accurate or good. We're just getting rid of extra paper to make life easier on us. This extra piece can go ahead and get recycled. Once you do a bubble cut to get rid of extra paper, one thing we want to make sure of is our printers here at the school will leave this white border, and you'll be able to see how your building just stops and there's almost a perfectly straight line on both sides. We don't want to cut that off because it'll make our paper too small and it won't fit on our painted part. So the best thing to do is to take a Sharpie and just outline the tops of your building going all the way off the paper to remind you not to cut that off. By doing this, it'll remind you to cut all the way to the edge of your paper. It's also helpful so that you don't cut off any of your buildings by accident. Because some of this is really hard to cut out, I like to turn and face the building so that they're pointed at me. And for those of you that have had me since kindergarten, you'll remember this as cave cutting, where we'll start out where the cave is open big, and we will go into the cave as the cave gets smaller. So for example, I'll start out here where the cave is wide, and I'll work my way into the cave. And the nice part about doing cave cutting is that you're not constantly rotating the paper and rotating your hands. The paper just stays in the same direction. Once you get all the way into the inside of the cave, you'll pull your scissors out. You'll start out at the front of the cave and you'll work your way in. That way, once both cuts have been made, the piece should come out really easy. So you'll keep doing cave cutting for the rest of your sky. Once you are all done cutting out your buildings, you can go ahead and grab all of your scraps, put them in the recycling bin. You can also put your scissors away for the day because you are done cutting. Next, we will be decorating with Sharpie and finally gluing.